Hallo miteinander, I'm Gesh86 and this is Double Focus. Last time we got familiar with our hero's basic abilities and already increased our repertoire with Perfect Shot. Kozusu and Kisume can also be photographed without their consent. Nice. Furthermore, we discovered some invisible platforms that lead us to another Book of Souls. This is a good example for what kind of secrets to expect in this game. Not everything is as it seems. We've already had a breakable wall. There may also be other solid-looking objects and floors we can just walk or fall through. So, we're back at Castle area, but we're heading in a different direction this time. To the left of us is a luxurious banquet hall. The delicious feast hopefully won't distract us from the deadly enemies in it. One is just a feeble wizard fairy, but the other is both stealthy and sturdy. The fairy duo hiding in a suit of armor is very dangerous, yet you should try and stay close while fighting them. You saw how they threw hatchets. They will do that if you're not aggressive enough, and you're going to hate those hatchets. Definitely a foe you need to take seriously. Now what do we have here? Looks like someone's mutilated corpse. Nah, a quick inspection will tell us that it's Sekibanki's body. The PC version of Double Focus preceded Touhou 15, so Sekibanki will be among the youngest characters we'll find. Poor Momiji, Aya teases her for not stomaching the sight of the headless demon too well. We can't actually walk past Sekibanki, even if it looks like we could. You'll understand why later. For now, we'll head back a little. This time we won't fight the armor. There are no experience points or level ups in this game, so there's little reason to fight for the sake of fighting. Although enemies will sometimes drop cure books, if you feel there's a battle that's not worth picking, just don't. If there's an easy way around something, there's no shame in avoiding it. About those wizard fairies, they have two ways to attack. They may lob a fireball in an arc towards you, pretty painful as we just had to learn. The other spell is lightning, which will strike directly at your position. I forgot to look at this chamber. We unfortunately lack the abilities to plunder all its goodies. Just like then, there's always a small chance that a wizard fairy spell just fizzles uselessly. Oh, those silly fairies. Look forward to seeing them in very unusual outfits during our adventure. There are so many humorous details in the game in general, like this Byakuren statue presenting the cure book to us. Whoever sculptured it must be a big fan of the good Buddhist priestess. Ouch, there goes half of Momiji's health. You are very weak near the start of this game. Then again, that was a battle axe right to the face. Should it really have done any less? Overall, we are not doing so hot. We could use one of our cure books, but we don't have that many. I still consider us in a hoarding phase for them. A much better idea would be setting down our first portal. I also used one right there in my own very first playthrough. I didn't know any better back then, it was a decision solely by instinct, but it's actually an appropriate and prudent place to have a warp. Now that we've been healed at the Jesus statue, we are ready for a very unpleasant room. We are almost there, and let's rush through before we're zapped. Good. Over here is Momiji's helmet splitter, an unusual attack we'll be able to test in a minute. Know what this game likes to do, putting an easy prize in a room so that you'll get a false sense of satisfaction and overlook the actual secret. Not on our watch. We are back in this electric torture chamber. Let us first reset it. What we want to do is catch the moving platform with a dash while it's still around the bottom. Excellent. The cause of all the lightning are of course wizard fairies, put into spots where we can't exactly fight them. We'll just have to ride the platform, then at the end we'll jump off to grab the second portal book. That's what we endured all that for. The other exit at the top right we can ignore for now. We could also ignore this one, but it introduces us to different varieties of spikes. Yellow spikes will simply damage us, but red ones will kill regardless of your health. It's the same color coding Desunoya games use. Because of all the red spikes, we have no chance to cross that room yet. Here's what Helmet Splitter looks like. Momiji rams her sword into the ground. The attack itself does no damage, I believe. Instead, it applies a debuff on enemies that makes all other attacks do more damage. It can be useful, especially against bosses who tend to be durable enough to make such a debuff worth inflicting. A big disadvantage of the skill, however, is its high stamina cost. We haven't talked about stamina at all yet, have we? Under our green health bar, Aya and Momiji have a yellow bar each. That is their stamina. It's logical they wouldn't share one. Almost anything you do costs stamina. Attacking, running, dashing, climbing. Even setting down a portal depletes a full stamina bar. As quickly as it's used up, all of your stamina is regained in only a few seconds. Should you try to attack without enough stamina, it won't let you. You will see sweat drops on your character and be scolded by a klaxon. Da-da-da. If Momiji blocks with too little stamina, you will take full damage instead. Overall, the stamina system of this game is handled well. Not something that is always a given, even in big releases. Example, Skyrim. Skyrim didn't understand how to make stamina appealing. Right here, we found what we've been looking for all along. Sekibanki's autonomously floating head. Before you talk to it, make a photograph for the Snap Archive. This entry is missable. It is indeed possible to screw up getting a complete collection. As we rescue Sekibanki from her predicament, the two Tengu mock her pretty hard. Yeah, we're the heroes of this story. We get Sekibanki as an item, along with instructions to look for the body, and the reminder that we are now carrying a severed head with us. We should find a rival mafiosi and plant it on their bed while they sleep. We've already located Sekibanki's body earlier in the episode. The trek back should be quick and uneventful. Just to prove it, we really do have Sekibanki's head in our inventory. Yup, stuffed her into our bag. I don't think Sekibanki has ever made it into one of my Let's Plays. Touhou 14 characters are still somewhat rare when it comes to fan games, so some information about her. The type of demon she is a Nuke-kubi, who hunt people by detaching their own head. I have heard enthusiasts calling her Sexy Banki. Pretty clever. I don't really do that. Nothing against her. It's just a little too macho for my taste. We are quickly disposing of these night fairies. They are easy pickings and might have dropped a cure book. They didn't. Taking the portal gets us to Sekibanki's body a little quicker and also gives us the chance to talk to Kozusu again. She may not be a mafiosi, but she can be pranked by shoving a horrific, decapitated surprise in her face. You'll have to do this before delivering Sekibanki to her destination, and it will net you a bronze trophy, a hidden one even. It was a discovery for me. You can't easily look this one up. A quick heal, and we are off. From here, all we have to do is head left, not a chance to get lost. This game does have a map that automatically fills itself as you explore. There just hasn't been a reason for us to look at it yet. It's a very convenient function. It even records and displays the location of NPCs like Sekibanki. Here's the banquet hall again. Did you notice the painting of Byakuren posing as the Mona Lisa in it? Someone around here really seems to be obsessed with her. Anyway, let's make Sekibanki whole again. What do we get for this, if I may use an often scoffed at term, fetch quest? Well, nothing material, but Aya notices a path up ahead. Apparently, the headless corpse was so distracting that Aya and Momiji did not see it until now. You as the player could no problem, but that is the reason why you would get blocked by an invisible wall before. That is unbelievably stupid. I love it. Oh, our protagonists are far from the most professional people, but I wouldn't want them any other way. To the right of here is a treasure chamber, and you'll often see me do that, just backing out of a room after its contents scared me. It's alright actually, that way enemies won't have the element of surprise. We can enter again with the right character and a plan of attack, just like we did. From here on, we could take the lower path to an optional basement or storage area. Instead, we'll continue upwards into the castle, which is the direction the boss can be found in. Here's an uneventful room that simply hands us a new skill for little effort. It is called Parry, and it has a blue symbol. A blue skill means it is passive. You still have to assign such a skill to one of your buttons for it to take effect. It's just that pressing that button does nothing. Brace yourselves for horror, as, oh god, it is a pyramid head. Yes, we have to fight the symbol of our sexual repression, the manifestation of our unfulfilled lusting. Actually, it's just a dumb fairy in a stupid hat. Yeah, Double Focus has some hilarious enemies. Big props to that. We came into contact with a pyramid head once, but didn't take damage. That was because of the parry skill. It gives you a small chance upon getting hit to avoid all damage, and with small I mean a very small percentage. I think that's the first time it ever worked for me. Anyway, we meet the ever-lazy gate guard Hongmei Ling, who is fast asleep and will stay asleep for the rest of the game. There is no real side quest involving her, but talking to her for the first time will net you a Book of Souls. It is buried in Mei Ling's cleavage, and Aya has no problem copping a feel. A reporter must always search for the truth, even if it's stuffed between memories. To the right is a room that should be familiar. Maybe one day we'll be able to unlock it. There was a purple door with a keyhole in Mei Ling's room. Contrary to instinct, it is not locked, it only signifies that there is a boss behind it. We shouldn't challenge the castle's guardian on a whim. We'll do it next episode when we are fresh and ready. I'll save it off screen. With that, I'm Gesh86, this was Double Focus, and next time, whoever shall strike you on your right cheek, just punch him back in the left one. Bis bald!